me just give a quick welcome to the two newest board members on the IDA, Lucy Halstead and Nick McDonald. They were appointed by the City Council a couple months ago. They've been kind of briefed about what the IDA does. This will be their first meeting, and it's one of the more unusual meetings of the year. So we'll end up starting the meeting by convening the Fiscal Audit Committee so that we can review the audit that's been prepared.
The first thing we'll do is ask you to explain the audit, and then we vote on that, I believe.
Recommend its adoption to the entire board. Correct. So, if you have your packet in front of you, the audit covers pages 8 through 14. This is a very standard type review by Cusack and Company. They did provide their opinion that it's a clean audit, unqualified. No issues were identified in the audit. Maureen did a great job with working with our auditors this year. If you take a quick look at it, I'll assume that you've already looked through the audit. You'll see that it was a strong year for the agency last year, with total revenues of $518,000, expenses of $184,000. Most of those relating to the management fee that Metroplex collects on each completed transaction during the course of the year. We had 3 major projects close in 2019. Does anybody have any questions about the audit or the process?
I don't. I thought it looked good.
So could I have a vote to accept the audit, please?
Motion?
A motion. Give me a motion to the board. There's nobody here. It's so weird. Can I have a motion to accept the audit?
This is Peggy. I'll move it.
Could someone second that, please?
This is Doug. I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Then it's adopted. Okay, we'll call the meeting over. For the people who are here, I am assuming you looked at the minutes of the last meeting. Can I have a motion to accept the minutes of the last meeting, which were November 8th, 2019?
I'll move
So
it.
moved.
Tracy.
The second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I assume we have a treasurer's report?
We do have a
treasurer's report.
Yeah. So this was for activities through the end of February. There has not been a lot of activity. You'll see that we have cash on hand of $345,426. We just recently incurred the expenses for the audit that we just talked about. We have several projects that are in motion and under construction, but not a lot in the pipeline at this point. So it's pretty standard report, but the IDA is doing well with cash on hand at this point.
Okay, thank you. Can I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
This is Doug. I'll make that motion.
And a second, please?
This is Peggy. I'll second it.
Peggy, seconding. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Number 572-20 adoption. We have to go now to adopt the audit.
Right. This is the resolution that adopts the audit. The audit has already been filed with the authority's budget office, and so that sort of piece of work was done. However, the approved audit does get posted on the IDA's website. It does get submitted to the city of Schenectady, to the city council. As I mentioned, it was a clean audit on pages 8 through 24 of your packet, and so I guess we'll just move ahead with the formality of getting the audit approved.
Okay, can I have a motion to accept 572-20, please?
This is Doug. I'll move that.
Okay, and second? Could I have a second, please?
Tracy, I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? 573-20.
Yeah, so customarily, what we've done in this, Joe, is that we take the next 5 resolutions. These are standard policies of the agency. None of them have changed over prior years. Again, they all get submitted to the authority's budget office. They all get posted onto the agency website. I think Jennifer's already done all of that. So this covers the policies and reports that need to be submitted. And as I said, in the past, we've accepted one motion, 1 second to adopt this bundle of policies from Resolution 573 through 577.
Could I have a motion to accept these, please?
This is Peggy, I'll move it.
Okay, and second?
This is Doug, I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm assuming everyone is aye. Any opposed?
And again, it's worth noting that all the policies are on the website. We did hand it out for this meeting, so particularly our new members could review them. It's also worth mentioning that Metroplex office puts out a report on pilots every year. It's something that Ray's been doing for quite a few years now, and it's been adopted by many IDAs around the state to put out a report about our pilots. So that's also on our website for you to check out. It's an interesting piece of reading, but also something that we're very proud of with the number of pilots and the addition to the tax base in the city of Schenectady.
Could I have we already did the motion.
We did that.
Did that
Jennifer,
right.
we're moving on to
Annual meeting?
the annual meeting, the election of officers. We're keeping everything as it has been.
I don't see a list here, so I'm not sure.
Well,
It's gonna stay the same?
same, Joe.
Okay, so I just have to, so we're just gonna get a, could I have a motion to accept, the officers? I'm assuming they got this?
They all have this.
They all
Yep,
have
it's on
this.
page 49 of their packet.
Okay. So could I have a motion to accept, we're gonna vote ourselves in now.
Yeah.
Could I have a motion to accept the officers as stated in the, resolution 578-20?
This is Doug, I'll move that.
Okay, and second, please?
This is Lucy, I'll second it.
Okay, Lucy, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Congratulations. So strange. 579-20, authorization to lease properties.
Right, so this is a new piece of business. You'll see from the cover memo that STS Steel is involved with an installment sale agreement with the IDA for the property at 421 Peak Street. It's about a 4-acre parcel that the IDA used to own. The installment sale agreement is kind of a lease to own type of arrangement. So they make payments to the IDA every single year. And the IDA, STS has now approached us about leasing a portion of the property to Mohawk Honda for them to have a secure site for their inventory of vehicles. Mohawk Honda has been moving them around to different locations out near the airport, and they feel this is a better location for them. So it's kind of a private lease arrangement between STS and Mohawk Honda, but because of IDA's interest in the property, they need our consent. So the resolution offers our consent to this lease between STS Steel and an entity with Mohawk Honda.
Any discussion? Okay, can I have a motion to accept this?
So moved, this is Doug.
And I'll second it. Peggy.
All in favor, please?
Aye.
There's just something from Shaggy. Thank you. Number 580-209. Excuse me.
Many of you will remember that last year, Metroplex had gone through a procurement to hire Barstead Enterprises for some fix-up cleanup in the downtown area. We piggybacked the IDA on that solicitation, and the IDA did retain Barstead to do some work on IDA-owned property on Duane Avenue and on Technology Drive. And what we're looking for is an allocation of $30,000 over 6 months for Barstead to take care of those properties, but also several other properties in the downtown, so that we kind of keep things clean and neat and well maintained during this period. So we're looking for an appropriation of $30,000 for Barstead.
Could I have a motion to accept this, please?
I'll make the motion. This is Lucy.
Second.
This is Doug, I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, folks. Other business. There's nothing happening? You usually have a nice speech for us.
On the last motion, Ray, I just want to thank you all for Mark did a great job. Healthy family.
Hey, Ray, we can't hear you.
Sorry. I was abiding by social distance, so is that better?
Yes, much.
Thank you. So I just thank Jamie for doing a great job negotiating that last item. The $30,000 price is excellent. He did a really good job negotiating that, and that'll help us keep IDA property as well as parts of downtown clean and neat as we endure this crisis together. Want to thank everyone for their service and continuing to serve on the IDA. And the IDA is in great financial shape due to the closings that we had last year and many projects that did move forward. What we're trying to do is get projects ready. You know, we believe the governor will open up construction in mid-May, followed by manufacturing. And that'll allow us to resume a lot of the construction projects that are downtown and around the county, and hopefully reopen other parts of the economy when it's safe to do so. Our job is to line up as many projects that create jobs and create economic activity, so that when the economy opens, they're ready to go. We're building kind of a list of projects and transactions that can launch very quickly when the economy does reopen. So that's what we're working on.
Sounds good.
Well, right now everything's shut down because of the ban, but I mean, I think that's an area where we have the new market going up, a gas station where the grossest lumber is. That project had to shut down because of the crisis. You know, we've got the old Sears site that's ready to go now. We're building a trouble-ready site there. That's going to be very important. We're working on the state theater very hard right now, trying to position someone to come in and take that. Yeah. Well, the ownership is changing. The owner was horrible, and the city cited them many times, and we're hoping to transition that property into the hands of someone that could do something very significant there. No. Not if we can help.
Any other business, folks? Anything else? Could I have a motion to adjourn?
One question, I was wondering if does anything have to be signed
Is there anything else
for those proposals?
If it does, Doug, we'll work it out with you.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Thanks. Could I have a
I know that
motion?
usually
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I know that usually at the end of the meeting, my hand gets sore from signing so many things.
We're doing virtual signatures now.
Oh, okay, good. The stamp. All right,
Any other questions? Anything else? Okay, could I have a motion to adjourn?
this is Doug, I'll move that.
I'll second it then.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome to the new people on the board.
Yes.
Thank you.
And welcome back, Joe.